Libra, thanks for checking out your December 2021 love and romance reading. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love and romance, so I always set the intention for the Venus sign as well. We're going to see what messages are coming up for you in love and romance in December 2021, or whenever you happen to stumble upon the video. Okay, keep in mind these are general readings. Take the messages that resonate and leave the ones that don't. So we're going to connect here and see what is coming up for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keep in mind, my friends, that every week I do forecasts where I focus on everything other than love and romance. So be sure to check out the weekly forecasts as well. First card coming up here for Libra is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles comes in with the message of hard work is going to pay off. Now, for me in a love reading, Seven of Pentacles can come up to say, don't push a situation too hard. Let nature do its thing. Let things develop. Let things process. However, the feeling and the vibe that I'm getting for Libra with the Seven of Pentacles in this particular reading is I feel like there is something, because it's coming up as your first card, it's giving me the feeling and the sense and the vibe that you have already like demonstrated your value in a situation or in a relationship, and there's a person where the timing was not right for them. Like they came across you at a time where they're like, oh my gosh, Libra is the perfect person, but this is not the right time for me, right? Like you showed up at their life almost like if you've had an unexpected visitor stop by and you weren't expecting anybody and they're knocking at your door and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're running, to like throw a bathrobe on or get dressed, like look decent, and you're running around to like, put away the stuff you left out and just kind of try to tighten up, like tidy up real quick before you open the door and be presentable. And in that process, Libra, you were like, oh, I guess they're not home, or oh, I guess they're avoiding me, and you walked away. You walked away while they were rushing around trying to get ready to open the door to let you in. I'm not saying you shouldn't have done that. I don't blame you. I'm not going to stand around all day and wait forever either. But I feel like this person's like, Libra, where'd you go, right? I opened the door and you were gone. Where'd you go? So I feel like this person just was not ready for you when you showed up. It wasn't that they weren't interested. It wasn't that they were considering other options. They just had to get their affairs in order. They had to be ready to let somebody in. And so I feel that a lot of you Libras are going to have somebody who's resurfacing or coming back around. Like, hey Libra, where have you been? Like, where have you been? Where'd you go? I turned around and you just were gone. I thought we were getting to know each other. I thought things were going well. So I feel for some of you, you're going to have somebody like they're ready for you now. And they're coming back now. And they're wanting to pick up where you all left off. So the Seven of Pentacles is giving me a feeling or a vibe that you've already put this work in. And now it's growing and it's coming time to pick the fruit, so to speak. The next card that's coming up here for you guys is the Magician. There could be a Virgo or Gemini connection here. Virgo and Gemini are both represented by the Magician card. If you have a Virgo or Gemini placement, you might be working on these areas of your life or in these houses, and you might be meeting a significant partner through that process. Now, the Magician is a card of manifestation, right? It's a card of, as above, so below. You're calling something into existence. When I have major arcana cards come up in a reading, it's a significant new chapter, it's a significant new time, and the situation you're dealing with is directly connected to things you came here to accomplish and master. So when I have major arcana come up between two people, It tells me there's been many past lives here before between the two of you, and that you guys have a contract. You agreed that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. And the Magician is very much, as I said, as above, so below, manifestation energy. So not only is this a relationship, this is like a manifestation partner for a lot of you. Some of you have been wanting somebody who's a little bit more awake, who's a little bit more like, setting goals, setting intentions, a little bit more like living consciously, right? So some of you are manifesting this kind of partner, and you're feeling like, this is the person, I manifested this person, and they're feeling the same way about you. I manifested you, right? There's this sense of manifestation. There's this sense of creation with the Magician card, creating something, right? Putting in work together and building something, creating a future. I feel, Libra, that for whatever reason, some of you are dealing with someone that they're a little bit fragile. The ego feels a little bit fragile. Like, this is the kind of person where if they didn't get 100%, then they feel like they failed, or they didn't do good enough, or they weren't enough. And I feel, Libra, for some of you, this is kind of annoying you. It's getting on your nerves. But Spirit has the message for you that don't be so quick to walk away from this person, that just with a little bit of reassurance, they're going to break out of this habit. They're going to break out of this all or nothing thinking. They just kind of need permission not to be perfect. They need someone to say, it's okay. You still did good. You still did a good job. And they'll snap out of it. But I feel for some of you, like in the beginning, this is really annoying you. Like, it's really getting on your nerves. Again, don't be quick to dismiss this person out of your life. This is one of the reasons why you're in their life, to help them kind of break out of that and to realize, hey, nobody's expecting you to get 10 out of 10 every single time. Nobody's perfect. We can just kind of relax here. Things don't have to be perfect. Maybe for some of you, it's vice versa. Maybe you're the one putting that pressure on yourself. And this person's like, look, Libra, you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. Relax. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay that you got 99 and you didn't get 100. The next card that's coming up here is the Hermit. So now we definitely have Virgo energy being emphasized here, right? Because I said that the Magician can be both Gemini and Virgo, and now we have the Hermit coming up, which is Virgo. So if you have a Virgo placement, big changes in that area of your life can be benefiting your love life. You may be having a love partner come in from that area of your life. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo, a significant relationship, a significant connection with a Virgo person. Okay? Now, the Hermit card is very much, when it comes up for me in a love reading between two people, it's like the mirror being held up in front of you, the light being shown, so that you're able to see yourself, right? So for me in a love reading, this can be the dynamic of two people that are mirrors for one another, right? I feel for a lot of you, you're feeling like this is an identical twin. I want to be cautious with how I say this, because I know when I say twin, a lot of people are going to go to twin flame, and my belief of what a twin flame is very different from what a lot of people think of when they hear a twin flame. I will say this also, those of you who really believe in twin flames, there's a lot of misinformation out there about what it is, and a lot of people get stuck or hung up in really toxic relationships because they're made to think that that's what the twin flame is supposed to be, or that's how the twin flame is. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anguish. I'm not talking about somebody who's a narcissist or somebody who is emotionally unavailable, that they shut you out and they ignore you, and then they just kind of let you in on a whim, right? And people say, oh, it's the runner and the chaser. No, that's toxic BS. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to get into that. So when I say twin, I'm not talking about all that kind of toxic stuff. I'm talking about you're seeing this person as like, wow, this is a feminine version of me, or this is a masculine version of me. And you're seeing a lot of yourself in one another. I feel like you're mirroring each other back to each other, and it's helping you to grow. It's helping you to thrive. It's helping you to see your strengths. It's helping you to see where you need to heal. So I feel that this is someone that you feel like this is a mirror for you. You're seeing yourself in them and vice versa. The Hermit card for me also comes in with the sense of like, this is the caterpillar getting your wings, like about to fly, about to take off. It's that calm, quiet cocoon stage where you're just resting and the wings are coming out very effortlessly. And then you're going to go reach places and see places and do things that, you know, the caterpillar could never even have imagined or dreamed of that they would experience as a butterfly. So I feel that there's a sense of transformation in this connection and reaching new heights, progressing, ascending as a couple together. There might even be a spiritual element here. You all may be meeting at some type of a spiritual retreat or through some kind of healing trip or something that you might be on, and there might be something here where you guys are coming in together to teach others, to help others, to lead others, to guide others. Okay? It's kind of like you're teaching each other, you're teaching other people and helping each other as a team. There may even be a spiritual partnership in this connection for some of you. Oh, what happened there? I'm sorry. I don't know how long it was blurry. Your next card coming up here is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can indicate conflict and drama, okay? Fighting, arguing, disagreement. However, the cards you have coming up before it are pretty harmonious, right? They're pretty solid cards. So another meaning of Knight of Swords, right, could be here the sense of swiftness. Things happening quickly, things being very cut and dry. And the sense and the feeling that I'm getting from the Knight of Swords for a lot of you is a sense or a feeling of like just being in this element of I know what I want. Do you know what you want? All right, then let's just do this then. Like not overthinking it. We're not going to overthink this. We're not going to overcomplicate this. You know, I'm not getting any younger. You're not getting any younger. I don't have time for games. Let's just go with it and see what happens. Right? Let's not half-ass this. Are you in or are you out? Are we doing this or are we not doing this? That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting from the Knight of Swords. It's just really kind of straightforward energy. Like, let's just do this. Let's just go. Let's just see what happens. I'm not going to get overly attached. I'm not going to get overly emotionally invested. I'm not going to go announcing to my friends and family that I'm in union with my twin flame or I met my twin flame. I'm not going to go, planning a wedding right now. I'm not going to be daydreaming about this person and, obsessing about it. I feel a connection with this person. I feel like they're in my life for a reason, and I'm just ready to see where this goes. I'm ready to see where this goes. And so with the Knight of Swords, I feel a sense of commitment and moving forward, but I also feel a little bit of just kind of like there's a conscious effort on both ends not to get overly attached too soon. Right? Like, let me just see how this rides out. Let me see how this plays out. And for some reason, Libra, I feel like a lot of you, maybe it's just because of the experiences you've had in the past, you feel like you really need somebody who's going to be good under pressure. I feel like for whatever reason for Libra, that's a really big deal right now. You're like, I just need somebody who's not going to crumble and fall apart at the first sign of difficulty, at the first obstacle in the road. I need somebody who can, be alert and be intelligent and think about things and come up with solutions. I can't handle to be with somebody who's gonna be, you know, bumbling and crying and overly emotional, and I have to figure everything out. I can't do that anymore. And so I feel when you're seeing this person come into the relationship with this approach, it's giving you a sense of reassurance that, all right, this is someone who's in control of their emotions. This is somebody who has it together. This is somebody who can be logical, who can be reasonable. So that's the feeling I'm getting from the Knight of Swords for you guys. It's like, we're doing this. We're going to see where this goes. We're defining this relationship. We're not going to do the, oh, well, let's just talk for 4 or 5 months and then figure out if we're a couple or not. We're going to do this. We're going to be a couple. And if it doesn't work out, all the best to you. That's the feeling I'm feeling here with this Knight of Swords. The next card that's coming up here, Libra, is the Emperor. Now, this could be both Scorpio or Aries energy, okay? Emperor has both Scorpio and Aries placements. Again, there could be big areas, changes happening for you in those areas of your life, or meeting a significant person through those placements or houses if you have them. Now, the Emperor is divine masculine energy, okay? Just as the Empress is going to be all the queens in one, the Emperor is going to be all the kings in one, right? And so you are either stepping into that total package energy, or you're attracting or calling in this total package type of masculine energy, okay? The Emperor also has a sense of authority, stability, tradition, sometimes even structure, right? Discipline. Can be seen as like a father kind of figure. Now, the thing about the Emperor is the Emperor answers to no one. There's nobody above the Emperor but God. So sometimes for me, when the Emperor and the Empress show up in a reading, it's telling us that there's a lot of independence in this relationship. It can even be sometimes maybe more of a companionship or a partnership. But it's not going to be like two people who are feeling tied together. There's a certain degree of freedom. And when I say freedom, don't panic. Don't come for me in the comments saying, you're disgusting, you're sick, you're telling people to go be free and sleep with a bunch of other people. I'm not going to be with someone who's sleeping around. That's not what I mean by freedom. That's not, I don't know why sometimes I say that and people hear freedom and they think I'm talking about Caligula. They think I'm talking about just complete like, free for all. That's not what I mean, okay? Freedom in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean the freedom to go sleep with other people. There are some people who do that and it works for them. To each their own, but that's not what I mean. So please don't panic. Don't get upset. Don't get angry. Don't come for me in the comments about that. But with the Emperor here, there could be a sense here of like there's a connection, there's a commitment. I'm emphasizing here commitment, but also a sense of like certain freedoms. So there might be discussions where you're not tying your assets together. You're not forming a joint account. Or if you do have a joint account, you might both also have separate accounts as well, right? It's like I have my own things, you have your own things, and then some things we share. That can sometimes come up with the Emperor, okay? Now, if you are dealing with an Emperor kind of person, or if you are in the Emperor kind of energy, there can be certain miscommunications that arise. The Emperor can be very loving, very passionate, but can also come off as very distant, okay? There's a certain aspect of the Emperor that comes off as guarded. The thing about the Emperor is the kind of person or the kind of personality that's gonna need a lot of space, right? They like to have the companionship, they like to spend time together, but they also need their space. So some of you might be dealing with this kind of person. You're like, well, when are they going to fall in love with me? When are they going to let down their guard? what you need to know about this person, it doesn't mean that they don't love you. It doesn't mean that they're guarded. This is the way that they're wired. They require space. They require time. It's not because they want to go out there and sleep with other people, or because they don't like you, or because they're not sure of how they feel about you. They just require that space. If you are in the Emperor energy, you need to communicate this to this person. They need that reassurance. They need to know, look, babe, I do love spending time with you. I do love having you in my life, but I also need some downtime. I need some alone time. I'm just going to be sleeping in, or I'm going to be working on my projects, or I'm going to be doing my gardening, or I'm just going to be resting and, just taking a day for myself. You're dealing with someone that might need some reassurance if you're in the Emperor energy. I see that happen sometimes in love readings. Now, you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign if this is none of those, because some weeks that might resonate more for you than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful December, and hopefully I'll see you in the comments and the weekly forecasts as well. Take care, my dears. Be well.